Sophie Bennett was a bright and imaginative 15-year-old girl. Like many teenagers, she had her dreams and passions, but hers were painted with a unique brush. Sophie had autism, which shaped her view of the world in beautiful and challenging ways. Sounds and sights that others might overlook often overwhelmed her, yet she found solace in music. Elvis Presley was her favorite artist. His melodies transported her to a place of happiness, where worries disappeared, and joy filled the air. The way he sang about love and adventure resonated with her heart. To Sophie, each strum of his guitar felt like a warm hug. While loud crowds could cause her anxiety, the thought of seeing Elvis live filled her with excitement. She imagined how incredible it would be to hear those classic songs in person, surrounded by fellow fans who shared her love for the king of rock and roll. Sophie could picture herself singing along, feeling connected to the music and to everyone around her. Little did she know that this concert would become an unforgettable moment, not just for her, but for Elvis as well. While Sophie looked forward to the Elvis concert, she also felt a flutter of anxiety about the loud crowds. Large groups of people could be overwhelming for her senses. The noise of cheering fans, the pounding music, and the buzz of excitement all blended together into a cacophony that felt like too much to bear. In everyday life, Sophie often found herself retreating to quiet spaces when things got too loud. Simple activities like going to the mall or attending school events could lead to sensory overload, causing her heart to race and her palms to sweat. She longed to join in on the fun but sometimes felt trapped by her sensitivity to sound. Even though she loved Elvis's music, she knew that concerts came with an entirely different set of challenges. The thought of thousands of voices shouting and clapping filled her with trepidation. However, her love for his songs pushed her to overcome these fears. Sophie imagined herself lost in the melodies, hoping that the joy of seeing Elvis live would outweigh her worries about the crowd's noise. Little did she know how transformative this experience would truly be. As the sun began to set, the atmosphere around the concert venue buzzed with excitement. Fans from all walks of life gathered, donning their best Elvis-inspired attire, pompadours, blue suede shoes, and sparkling sequins that shimmered under the bright lights. Laughter and chatter filled the air as eager voices shared their favorite Elvis memories and songs, building a sense of camaraderie among strangers. Inside the arena, vibrant colors danced across the stage as technicians prepared for the performance. The sound of music echoed through the halls, amplifying the cheers and applause that greeted each new arrival. Sophie stood among a throng of fans, her heart racing with anticipation, even as her nerves tugged at her. The moment Elvis stepped onto the stage, a wave of energy surged through the crowd. Fans erupted in jubilant screams and applause, their excitement creating a thunderous roar that sent shivers down Sophie's spine. She watched in awe as Elvis sang his classic hits, his charismatic presence captivating everyone in attendance. Despite her worries about the overwhelming noise, Sophie couldn't help but feel a deep connection to the music that filled the air, a feeling that she hoped would carry her through this unforgettable evening. As Sophie entered the concert, her heart raced with excitement, and a smile spread across her face. The vibrant lights illuminated the venue, and she could feel the energy of the crowd pulsing around her. Sophie's favorite songs played softly in her mind, filling her with anticipation for what was to come. She glanced at the sea of fans, their faces glowing with joy, and felt a spark of hope that she would be able to share in this moment. Despite her worries about the noise, Sophie focused on the familiar rhythm of Elvis's music. It had always been her escape, a trusted friend that brought comfort during difficult times. Each song told a story, and she cherished the way they made her feel alive and connected to something greater than herself. Wearing her own Elvis-inspired outfit, a sparkling dress she had picked out for this special occasion, Sophie took a deep breath and reminded herself of the joy that awaited her. The thought of seeing Elvis on stage, singing her favorite songs, filled her with warmth. In that moment, she chose to embrace the experience and let the music wash over her like a gentle tide, carrying her closer to the magic of the night. As the concert began, the initial thrill of the experience enveloped Sophie, but that excitement quickly turned into a wave of distress. The music blared louder, filling every corner of the arena, while cheers and applause echoed like thunder around her. Each cheer felt like a jolt to her senses, overwhelming her as she tried to take it all in. Sophie's heart raced, and what had once been joyful anticipation morphed into panic. She covered her ears tightly in an attempt to block out the cacophony, but it only seemed to amplify the noise. The vibrant lights that had previously dazzled her now felt blinding, adding to her confusion and fear. She could see other fans around her dancing and singing along with joy, but their exuberance only deepened her sense of isolation. Sophie felt trapped by the overwhelming sounds and sights that surrounded her. With each passing moment, she began to shake, feeling small and lost amid the crowd. In that moment of distress, all she wanted was for the chaos to fade away so she could embrace the music she loved without fear. As tears filled her eyes, she wished for someone to understand and help her through this challenging experience. Sophie squeezed her eyes shut and pressed her hands tightly over her ears, trying desperately to block out the overwhelming cacophony that surrounded her. The noise of the crowd grew louder, each cheer and clap feeling like a sharp jolt that sent waves of panic coursing through her body. She could feel the pounding beat of the music reverberating deep within her chest, an unsettling reminder of how lost she felt in that moment. Her heart raced as she fought to regain control over her emotions. Thoughts raced through her mind, amplifying her fear. What if I can't handle this? What if I can't enjoy the music? The vibrant lights that had excited her earlier now felt blinding, adding to the confusion swirling around her. She caught glimpses of fellow fans dancing and singing along joyfully, their smiles highlighting the joy she desperately longed to feel but couldn't grasp. In this crowded environment, Sophie felt utterly isolated, even among thousands of people celebrating together. The warmth of community felt distant as she battled her emotions alone. Tears began to form as the chaos closed in on her, and all she wished for was a moment of calm, a chance to embrace the music that meant so much to her without fear or anxiety. As Elvis continued to perform, his keen eyes scanned the crowd, taking in the sea of faces filled with joy and excitement. Suddenly, he noticed a girl in the aisle, her hands pressed over her ears and her body shaking. Concern flickered across his expression as he recognized that the overwhelming noise had taken its toll on someone who should be enjoying their moment. Elvis had always had a deep sense of connection with his fans. He understood that music could mean different things to different people, and he had a knack for sensing when someone was struggling. Without hesitation, he paused mid-song, a rare moment that caught the attention of the audience. The crowd hushed as he cleared a space near Sophie, an act of kindness that showcased his compassion. He knelt down beside her, bringing his larger-than-life presence closer to her level. With a gentle voice, he began to softly sing her favorite song, transforming the chaos around them into a soothing melody meant just for her. In that instant, Elvis reached out with more than just music. He offered understanding and comfort, turning a moment of fear into one of connection and hope. Elvis's decision to stop singing mid-song was a remarkable moment that resonated deeply with everyone in the arena. With the energy of the crowd buzzing around him, he could have easily continued his set, basking in the cheers and applause from adoring fans. Yet, his heart told him something different as he noticed Sophie's distress amidst the revelry. This concert wasn't just about the show, it was about connection, the kind of connection that meant understanding when someone needed help. Elvis had always been attuned to the feelings of his audience, and in that instant, he prioritized Sophie's comfort over the applause. By pausing, he transformed a routine performance into something profoundly meaningful. Clearing space around Sophie, Elvis knelt beside her with genuine concern etched on his face. He shifted his focus from the throbbing excitement of the stage to create a small oasis of kindness and solace for her. As he began to softly sing her favorite song, a hush fell over the crowd, and they watched in awe as this legendary performer poured his empathy into every note. It was a pivotal moment, one that allowed Sophie to feel safe within a space that had previously felt overwhelming. In that brief pause, Elvis not only showed compassion but also defined what it truly meant to be an artist connected with his fans' hearts. With a gentle wave of his hand, Elvis signaled to the surrounding crowd, and a hush fell over the exuberant fans. He worked quickly to clear a space around Sophie, creating a small sanctuary amid the chaos. This act was not just about making room. It was a beautiful gesture of understanding, as he recognized the need for her to feel safe. As the noise faded slightly, the audience began to realize what Elvis was doing. They watched in awe as he stepped away from the stage lights, focusing solely on Sophie, whose anxious expression began to soften. The crowd's excitement transformed into an air of respect and support for this moment of compassion. Fans took a step back, creating a circle that allowed Sophie some much-needed relief from the overwhelming sounds and sights. In that precious space, Sophie felt the tension begin to ease. For the first time since entering the concert, she could breathe more freely and let go of some of her fear. The music still played in the background, but it was now accompanied by a sense of safety, an invisible barrier crafted by Elvis's kindness. In that cleared area, she could truly connect with the music she loved without feeling swallowed by the crowd's energy. As Elvis knelt beside Sophie, the noise of the crowd faded into a gentle background hum, creating a cocoon of intimacy just for them. He lowered himself to her level, his eyes filled with warmth and understanding, ensuring she felt seen in that moment. The chaos around them seemed to melt away as he reached out a hand, offering her comfort and reassurance amid the overwhelming atmosphere. Sophie looked up at him, her wide eyes reflecting both surprise and relief. In that brief moment, she felt like the only person in the world, an experience so rare in a concert filled with thousands of fans. Elvis's gentle demeanor and heartfelt gaze conveyed a message of empathy that spoke louder than any song he could perform. He began to softly sing her favorite song, his voice a soothing balm that wrapped around her like a warm embrace. Each note resonated with sincerity, calming her racing heart and allowing her to let go of some of her fear. The intimate connection they shared transformed the concert experience for Sophie. It became not just about the music but about feeling valued and understood by an artist she had admired for so long. In that moment, she knew she was not alone. Elvis was right there with her, making the chaos fade into something beautiful. As Elvis softly sang Sophie's favorite song, his voice wrapped around her like a warm blanket, easing her tension and bringing her a sense of comfort in the midst of the crowded arena. Each note resonated with sincerity, and Sophie felt a profound connection to the music, one that allowed her to finally breathe and let go of her fears. The chaos that had once overwhelmed her faded into the background, replaced by the soothing melody that filled their small circle. With every gentle lyric he delivered, Sophie felt valued and recognized instead of lost in a sea of faces. It was as if Elvis was singing just for her, pouring all his heart into each word to ensure she felt secure and cared for. She locked eyes with him, and in that moment she knew he understood her struggle. The warmth of his compassion made this moment extraordinary. It wasn't merely a song but an intimate exchange between artist and listener. From the stage, Elvis created a safe space where Sophie could truly experience his music without fear, transforming her anxiety into a cherished memory. It was everything she had hoped for and more, a rare blend of love, artistry, and kindness that she would hold close forever. As Elvis continued to sing, Sophie's initial tension began to melt away like ice under the warm sun. The soothing melody wrapped around her heart, and with each note, she felt more at ease. She gradually lowered her hands from her ears, allowing the music to wash over her in gentle waves rather than deafening blasts. The chaos of the crowd faded into a distant hum, transformed by Elvis's kindness into something welcoming and safe. Sophie found herself swaying slightly to the rhythm, a smile breaking through her previous anxiety. In that moment, she felt as if she had stepped into a dream where the music belonged solely to her and Elvis, an exclusive performance meant to uplift her spirit. Each lyric resonated deeply within her heart, giving her strength and reassurance. Elvis's thoughtful gesture made her feel valued in a way she had never experienced before. It was not just a concert anymore. It was a personal connection between artist and fan. Sophie let herself lose track of time, fully immersed in the music that had once been a source of comfort for her. The laughter and cheers of the crowd became a backdrop to this cherished moment, making it an unforgettable experience that would forever be etched in her memory as a time when she truly felt free and understood. In the moments that followed Elvis's heartfelt performance, Sophie found herself basking in a wave of joy and connection. The chaos of the concert that had once felt suffocating now seemed like a distant memory, replaced by the warmth and kindness shown to her by her idol. She realized that this experience would forever hold a special place in her heart. Elvis's decision to kneel beside her and sing her favorite song wasn't just an act of compassion. It was a powerful reminder that she was cherished and understood. The feelings of fear and anxiety she had battled earlier slowly transformed into joy as she stood among the crowd, no longer feeling alone. Instead, she felt a sense of belonging and celebration, surrounded by fellow fans who were now sharing in her triumph. Sophie's laughter joined with the cheers of others, and she felt vibrant energy coursing through her veins. This concert became more than just an event, it was a defining moment in her life. As she left the venue with a heart full of happiness, Sophie knew this cherished memory would embolden her to embrace new experiences with confidence, carrying the magic of that night with her always. After the concert, Sophie's mother reflected on the incredible experience they had just shared. She couldn't help but feel grateful for Elvis's kindness, which had turned a potentially overwhelming moment into a beautiful memory. As they drove home, Sophie excitedly recounted every detail of the night, her face glowing with joy. Her mother listened intently, marveling at how much the concert had impacted her daughter. This experience transformed their relationship with music and crowds moving forward. No longer did Sophie view concerts as sources of fear. Instead, she began to see them as opportunities for connection and joy. Her mother noticed a newfound confidence blossoming within her. Sophie had learned that it was okay to ask for support when things felt overwhelming, and she now felt empowered to explore new experiences. From that night on, music became an even more significant part of their lives. It was no longer just a comfort but a bridge that connected them in ways they hadn't experienced before. Together, they began attending smaller events where Sophie could enjoy live music without feeling pressured, slowly building her comfort level with new environments. The concert with Elvis became a cherished turning point, a story they would share for years to come, symbolizing hope and understanding in their journey together. The unforgettable concert experience highlighted the profound impact of empathy and understanding. In a world that can often feel overwhelming, Elvis's compassionate gesture became a beacon of hope, reminding us of the power of music to bridge gaps between individuals, regardless of their challenges or differences. Sophie's journey from anxiety to joy illustrates how a simple act of kindness can foster connection and create lasting change. Music has an extraordinary ability to unite people, offering familiarity and comfort in times of discomfort. The concert not only uplifted Sophie but also transformed her perception of crowds and live events, empowering her to embrace new experiences with courage and confidence. Elvis's attention to Sophie's needs demonstrated how even one person can make a difference in someone else's life. It served as a reminder that we all have the capacity to extend compassion, providing support and understanding to those around us. This story is a testament to the healing power of music and the lasting memories created when we let empathy guide our actions. As we navigate life's challenges, let us remember to be aware of others' struggles and use our gifts, whether through music, kindness, or simply listening, to uplift those in need and build a more compassionate world together.